I'm just waiting to see if others are going to come on in. Figure I'd throw up a hangout tonight and basically see what's up, you know?
The first one I joined, I joined it, then it said you left.
Yeah, there were some settings that weren't right. I went ahead and knocked out of it.
You know, when you go to check it, it says it's scheduled for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I know. Even though I said for today, it says tomorrow.
I think it's because you put 7 o'clock and it's already past 7. That's why I went ahead and went the next day.
That's going to go screw people up.
You know. Your camera's the same as mine. You must be using a Toshiba.
Yes, yes,
It's just as grainy as mine is.
yes. I have an old Toshiba satellite.
Mine's about 3 years old.
Mine's 6.
Okay, yours is a little bit older than mine.
It's only died a million times, and I brought it back to life.
Oh, dude, I got a cooling pad underneath of it because one hangout I was in, it went into thermal protection.
Mm. That would suck. That would suck.
Well, I panicked. I thought it was dead. I mean, I thought it was cooked. I'm like, oh no. And I let it set for the rest of the night, cool down. Matter of fact, I think I went back into the hangout on my tablet, and I was thinking, I was like, I turned it on just to see if it'd boot back up, and turned it right back off because I didn't know if the cooling fan died or not.
Yeah.
And I went the next day up to Best Buy, and you know how hard it is to find a cooling pad to fit a 17-inch laptop.
Yeah. Yeah.
and even this one, it says it's for a 17-inch, but it's still about, I don't know, about a half an inch short on each side.
This I've got. It's actually considered a 16-inch, but
It's like a 16.6.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you have.
I mean, I picked up my wife's the same year, and the only reason I didn't get that exact same model was it didn't have the camera with it.
Yeah.
She had the cheaper model. I ain't going that way. It didn't have enough power anyway. Oh, Suburban Riders watching. Hey, Chuck.
I guess
That's the only viewer I have.
How do you know?
He came up and said I'm watching.
Oh, you on your Skype?
Yep. No, actually, it's on. I got it on Google.
Oh, okay.
Got 2 viewers now.
There you go.
Come on in, guys, if you're able to. We're here bored out of our skulls talking about cooling pads.
I'm never bored. I'm just it's just when I do a hangout, I never have nothing to talk about.
Hi, Suburban.
Well, the chat, he ain't using the chat box.
Yeah, he is. Oh, not on the Hangout. No, he's using it going through my my Google Plus account.
Oh, he's doing it through. Okay, he's doing it through Google Chat.
Yeah. And actually, whenever I first set it up to have the Hangout tonight, I didn't include having the question and answer chat box, and that's why I shut it down.
Yeah, the second one I did that I tried to schedule, man, it was all screwed up, and I forgot to enable it. And the third one didn't go too bad. Just I made it private, and no one outside of just people that I invited could see it. And the last one I did last Friday was a complete disaster. Well,
Hey,
no,
at least you try.
well, no, it wasn't a complete disaster because it didn't work out right. It was just Friday just seems to be a bad day. I mean, I had like a couple random people, but no one was able to make it, and that's because I scheduled it. Like I told people, like I'm going to try and rundle for at least 3 hours, and it got to the point to where, like half an hour into it, I was like, oh, if it's going to be this for an hour, I'm not going to just sit here and look at the camera for an hour and have people ask me just off the wall questions, which is basically like spam botting me. Like, one guy asked me to buy him a headset. I was like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
Please buy me a headset.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get right on that. Do you have Turtle Beaches? Yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
Will you please buy me a mansion while you're at it? Yeah.
Yeah, I really should have pissed them off. I said, okay, you want to set Turtle Beaches? Which ones? Let's see, I got these ones. I got these ones. I have these ones. Which ones you want? That's what I should have did. This one's for the laptop. The white one's for the Xbox. And these ones are for my Nintendo Wii U.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
But the dirty little secret about these, because they have a 3.5mm headphone jack, I can use them on my phone too.
That's cool. Actually, there was one hangout that I couldn't get my microphone to work on this laptop very well. So what I did is I ended up sticking my helmet on and ran a patch cord from my helmet to the laptop just to be able to talk on it right. And they were like, "Oh, you're acting like those young kids now." Like, no, I'm just wanting a microphone. So I have a modular helmet. I had the front up,
Yeah. Oh God.
What we do for our subs, huh?
Wait till I get my package from Amazon. I'm debating if I want to do a live unboxing.
I wouldn't do one live. I mean, I'd be afraid that I cut my finger off or something. Then I'll have people dropping off like flies,
Oh no, that'll get you views. That'll get you views. And that looks like De Pansy? What the hell?
Don't know.
I'm gonna say that's Russian.
I don't speak your language. Sorry. I don't even speak English very well.
The way it was structured, it looked like it was Russian.
We need a translator. That's what we need.
I know Moonspeak. You probably don't know what Moonspeak is.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Is that kind of going with the furry things or something like that?
No. Moonspeak is basically... See, now we're going to get into the nerdy stuff. Moonspeak is basically someone who learned Japanese or Mandarin Chinese basically from just watching anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I had an Initial D soundtrack that it's all J-pop, and I used to just play the hell. I mean, I used to go through like I'd go through like a drive-through. I'd have that blaring, and it was to the point to where I could just recite the word. I could recite the lyrics. The only problem when you learn Japanese that way,
Yeah.
when you do it and speak and when you sing it, it's abbreviated.
Okay.
So, when they're singing, it's all abbreviated. So you're not truly learning the word. Like there will be the English translation, and you think it stands for that. No, it's abbreviated. That's why a lot of times. That's why a lot of times in like J-pop, J-rock, K-pop, like they'll mix some English in there too, to try to make it coherent. Only reason I do it is because I listen to quite a wide range of music.
I try to limit myself. My brain can only handle so much before it explodes.
Like one of the songs where the one English verse is like, we got now, let's get move. That's the English translation, or that's the English part,
Okay.
because that's when they're trying to take their language and translate it to English.
Oh.
I know I'm giving you useless information, and you in Suburban Rise.
Hey, it's okay. That's cool. That's cool.
I know Suburban Rise. Like, what in the hell is he talking about?
Well, we have went down to 3. We had 5 at one point in time, viewers.
Yeah.
And I seen Reed's Bud popped in on the Hangouts, and I yelled out for him, but nothing came back yet.
When
It was actually his idea to have this.
Oh, cool. Well, see, when I think we lost him when I went on talking about how other language when they sing it's heavily abbreviated.
Yeah.
And that's what you call moon speak, because basically you learned it and not the quite right way, or like enough enough of another language to really piss them off. That's like I know enough Spanish to basically get into a bar fight and get thrown in jail.
See, that's another good reason to stick with my native language, English, and just be with it. I know I'm not going to get my butt kicked from here to China just because I said something wrong,
Aha, estoy Ivantes electo. Oh God, I forget what that means.
Actually, I wish my wife was on. She knows Spanish very well.
Okay, next time you go to use the restroom, say "Mafili y lápiz en el baño."
No. It's not safe for me. I know it ain't. Don't forget, I have guns in the house.
Well, no. It's funny. It's funny. It's basically taking. It's not really bad per se, but if someone puts it in the dirty context.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm a Phillies, which is like, may I. A lápiz is sharpened pencil. El baño is bathroom. May I sharpen my pencil in the bathroom?
Okay. That ain't too bad.
I'm a Philly y lápiz en el baño. And you say it to Max, and they'll look at you like, you're fucked up.
Like, what are you smoking, huh? Oh.
Nothing. Maybe that's the problem.
I've been told I don't smoke enough.
Enough, Christ! I do nothing, man. Maybe that's my problem.
No. Best thing is not to do it. I've been fighting for, well, to be honest with you, I enjoy smoking, vaping sometimes, but I've really been fighting for about 4 years now to stop.
Four years?
Yep.
I got an interesting story about that. My mom, for quite a long time, she did. And then she quit for like 10 years. And within the last year or two, she started back up.
Mm.
And I'm like, really? You quit cold turkey for 10 years and you go back?
And it's going to be harder the next time.
I was like, why? Don't you have enough wrong with you now?
Exactly. Exactly.
Now she's back to trying to hide it, and she's trying to pass. I was like, we all know. You're not.
Like the Big Bang Theory. Mom says Jesus says it's okay to smoke in a car, as long as you don't tell Dad. Yeah.
I don't watch Big Bang Theory.
Oh, my wife loves it. It's like, oh, geez, how stupid. But I've actually seen stuff like that happen in real life.
Seen what?
People sneaking smoking inside of a car because they're trying to keep it from their husband or a wife or
Oh god.
parents.
Oh no, my mom locks herself in the bathroom,
Oh,
and she don't open
you know what's going in there?
and then she don't open the window. But and then she takes the air freshener and just turns it into like a. It's like, Jesus, really? I just want to tell her that you can still smell it even with the air freshener. You know that, right?
I mean, at least turn like the shower on, and that'll kind of take the smoke out of here a little bit. You know what I mean?
There's a window right there. There's a window she can open.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, some people they can quit cold turkey with no problems. My mother was one of them.
Well, like I said, she did for 10 years. 10 years.
It's like, why would you even start? I mean, just a waste of money after you quit.
Well, I asked her one day, or I asked her not too long after we knew she started back the first time, because she was in the hospital for a while. She was supposed to quote unquote quit again.
Yeah.
And I asked the first. I said, "Why did you go back?" Oh, there's a reason for it. I said, "Oh yeah, I want to hear this reason," and she never told me.
Well, one day I quit for 2 days straight. I just happened to go in and be in the hospital with pneumonia. Doctors are, that doesn't help you. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's hurting me, you know. I ended up getting out of the hospital after 2 days, coming home and driving my wife to the emergency room because she had pneumonia. Talking about fun.
The one place I used to work, out of the 4 years I worked there, 3 of those years I ended up with pneumonia. And the third year after I got taken care of, doctor said, he goes, "You can't get it again." He said, "You can't get it more 3 years in a row. You can't do it." Because the last time he prescribed me steroids, and he kind of joked. He's like, "Look at you, as big as you are, and I'm prescribing you steroids."
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "You can't get this again. You get this again, you go in the hospital." I'm like, "Yes, sir."
I tell you, whenever I was working as a diesel mechanic, I never got sick. Once I had my car accident and I ended up trying other jobs, it was like I was sick every other day. It seemed like it just.
Well,
I
it's
didn't
sad
like
about.
what the hell did he act? All I did is hit a truck head on. I didn't take anything through the IV. You know what I mean?
Well, what's sad about all that is the jobs I worked since then. I've been outside a lot more than I was at that, and I've not been sick since I quit working that place.
Mm-hmm.
I
See,
mean,
most of my mechanics was working outside.
well, and it ain't so much that. No, when I was a machinist, like I was guaranteed at least once, like I said, once a year I had pneumonia or I had something. And in the job, I mean, I've been outside for hours in the cold, like this winter, 20 below.
Yeah.
And all I wear is a hooded sweatshirt, and like I'll wear maybe like there's my work shirt, a hooded sweatshirt, which I wear my work shirt underneath of it, and I have an Under Armour shirt I wear underneath that one. It's real cold. And I got gloves and that, and didn't get sick once this winter.
I know a guy went out to ride his motorcycle. It was 21 below zero, and I don't know what he was wearing, but it was cold enough to freeze his front wheel up, and he ended up pushing it for a block.
That happened to Suburban Router.
It was him.
Okay, I seen that video. Hey, hello. No clue who that is.
Hello, Mike. MK, well, whatever. M3. I don't want to butcher your name any more than I have to. Yeah, I actually washed the KLR up yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just a pile of dirt, and there's actually a bike under it.
Oh God, my gold car, man. That thing never seen a car wash in the 5 years I had it. No, that's not true. It's seen it once. It's seen a car wash once when I first got it.
I normally take my SUV in regularly twice a year. Now, if it gets too dirty from mud or something, I will take it in. I get free car washes from the dealership I bought it from.
Dude, if you dig through my old videos, you'll find a cold start of the old Isuzu Trooper I had. That thing never seen a car wash. It got washed when it rained.
Actually, I had a Mercury Lynx.
I know what those are.
I only owned this thing for a month. And the only time it got washed was when it rained.
Just a month, that's it? The Trooper,
I owned it for a month.
The Trooper, I had that thing for six years. It never saw a car wash.
The reason why I only owned it for a month was that was the car I titled out. I took my hip out and a couple of hundreds of other things. So that's the one that ended my mechanics career. But those things are a piece of junk to start with. I mean, nowadays I look back, it's like, why did I even buy that car? You know?
It was an Escort, what it was.
Yeah, yeah. My best car has been it was a '77 Mercury Monarch. I paid $350 for that car. I ran into the wheels started falling off, literally. I jacked up the rear end with air shocks and a lift kit, and took out the front wheel bearings on that thing. So literally, I ran into the wheels fell off, and it was like 4 years.
The Trooper was probably the most reliable vehicle I had. The strongest run vehicle I had was an '84 Cougar.
Cougars are good.
Which it was 3 different colors of blue. The roof was rust.
That's good camouflage. If somebody's chasing you, just pull into a junkyard.
Oh, dude, this was a $250 car. This was rough. I bought it for the motor because I had a Mustang that the engine needed rebuilt, and I decided I'll just put another motor in it. And we bought it for the motor. My dad drove it home, and he's like, "That thing runs too good to pull the motor out." So I spent another probably $300 to get it road legal because all the headlights were broke out. The surround around the headlights was broke out. The windshield needed replaced. It had a fuel line leak. The hood wouldn't shut right because it was so dented up. And so we changed the hood, fixed the fuel line leak, put new windshield, replaced all the had 4 headlights, replaced all those and the surrounding. And I drove that thing pretty much all through school. Yeah, when I was in school, I was car poor. I had like 4 fucking cars in school. The joke was, what car did I bring today? It's my junior and senior year. The joke was, what car did I bring to school that day? Because the blue Cougar I drove a good bit, but then I bought another one. It was the same year. The body was in much better shape. I think I paid like $600 for this car. But the motor, once it got the RPM got above a certain RPM, I can't remember because those years they didn't have tax in the car.
Hey, wacko.
And there he
He's
goes.
knocked out. He didn't
But,
like us.
but those years didn't have. But if I got like much above 55 miles an hour, you could hear the valves floating. So, and what it was a Florida custom car. The car was canary yellow.
Okay.
It had 100-spoke wire wheels on it. What it was, basically, a dude drove it up here from Florida, traded it in on another car because he knew the engine was pretty much it needed a head work and he didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And interior was in great shape. It said paint had hand painted pinstriping on it. It looked pretty. I bought it for the body, and the intent of that was to take the motor out of the blue one that looked like hell, put it in the yellow one, and I'd have a Florida custom kind of show car. Well, that never happened either. My dad talked me out of that.
Mm.
I was like, "There's the same car."
Yeah.
Straight swap. The only difference was the yellow one had a V6, and the one that looked like hell had the 5-liter in it. All I had to do was swap the engine computers, and I think change the motor mounts, and it pretty much should have been direct bolt up.
You would have thought it.
But he talked me into not doing it. I ended up getting rid of all those cars after I got out of school. But the yellow one, it ran good enough I could ride it around town.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound like it was going to blow up. It was only once you got above a certain RPM. I ended up taking that car to my senior prom. And the girl that was with me at the time, she did nothing but complain. She's like, "I want to rent a limo." I said, "Why? There's nothing wrong with this."
She's a woman.
She's like, "But it stands out too much." I'm like, "Ain't that what you want?" Like, this is, the joke was, well, that was another thing too. A buddy of mine I went to school with, he had like me and him, and we were the only two he had an 88 Cougar and I had the 284s. And he was real funny. In machine shop class, he made a pimp cane out of stainless steel.
Okay.
And he for his tux for senior prom, he basically ran a zoot suit, had the big hat and everything, canary yellow. And I got there early enough to where my car parked was right by the steps where you walk down. And the buddy's like, "Oh, dude, you brought the car." I said, "Yeah, of course I brought it. What do you think I was going to bring?" I spent pretty much all day the day before polishing, waxing. The chrome shined. It stood tall. It was hilarious because he went to prom with 3 girls, and he took pictures with the car and all that. And all of the prom pictures of the students walking down, you can see my car in the... yeah. And she's like, "Oh, it stands out too much." And another friend of mine, he was telling me, he goes, "Yeah, man, we drove a Chevette to the prom." I said, and I told her, I said, "See, would you rather ride in a Chevette?"
Or something when you stop, the smoke passes you.
Yeah, I said, believe it or not, I said, you came in a cool car.
I owned a yellow car once. It was a 1980 Eldorado.
Okay, Eldorado.
I owned a Caddy at one point in time. I owned that for about 4 months. Then I discovered the frame on one side was rusted out, right underneath the body.
I had a 92 or 93 Eldorado. I drove it for a month, and the transmission screwed up.
I mean, those look like the true pimp mobiles. You know?
Oh yeah, it did too, man. Mine was white chrome, had the air ride system in it.
Mine did too. It rode so smooth. It was on. I mean, for a ride, it was fantastic. It was a boat though, and I mean, fuel mileage, forget it. There was no such thing as fuel mileage. You know,
Mine, the one for the month I had it, it did pretty good actually.
mine. I took it from here to it was somewhere in the middle of Ohio to pick up my father-in-law, and it just sucked up the gas. Of course, I did have one valve that was crystallized, and what was it? Oh, I had straight exhaust going out the back. Didn't help. I mean, it was really, really jacked up, you know? That's why I bought it. It was stainless steel exhaust, straight out the back.
Dude, mine was completely bone stock.
I think the previous owner that owned it before me did something to the air rod because the rear end did sit a little bit higher than the front end too. It didn't sit lower.
No. What when the air ride messes up on those, they do that.
So it was like a pimp mobile going down the road, and it was yellow. So like that was the first and last yellow car I'll ever own because it was a lemon. You know?
Well, see, like I said, the '84 I had, I said it's canary yellow. It even had yellow tint on the windows.
Mm.
And going down the road, man, I had every brother going.
You be pimping.
But like I said, man, 100-spoke wire wheels, man.
Oh, jeez.
It stood tall. It was hilarious, man.
The longest time I've ever owned a vehicle is actually my SUV right now. I was second owner. It was 3 months old whenever I bought it. And it is going, well, it's 9 years old this year. And it just goes and goes and goes. It's a Mazda Tribute.
Yeah, Ford Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Same vehicle.
This one here has the, it's front wheel drive / all wheel drive. It's an automatic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're known to have transmission problems, but I've never had a problem with mine. I'm waiting for it when I'm still under warranty, believe it or not, for the driveline. I bought the extended warranty whenever I bought it.
Oh, okay.
So I heard that even the Escapes had a problem with the driveline. I'm like, well, let's get the extended warranty, and that way I'll cover it. That way if it does go out.
It depends on what motor it had.
It has the, what is it?
The 3-liter?
It has the little 4-cylinder in it.
Oh, the 2.5?
Yeah.
See, the ones I heard that had the bad trading were the 3-liters.
It does everything great except for climbing hills. You hit a hill, you feel it.
It's a four-backer.
But on the other hand, my father had a Ford Ranger. It was the '89 when they first came out with the 4 cylinders and the Ford Rangers, and that thing did everything with no problem. I mean, it wasn't something you're going to take it to a racetrack, but it was a workhorse, you know.
Well, depending on which motor it had, because at that time, Mazda, the Ranger was basically like the Mazda B 2000 or 2300 or whatever they would call it. Yeah. At that time, Mazda would source their motor from Nissan. And Nissan had a weird thing where they had 8 spark plugs. They had they had a second set of spark plugs to burn on the exhaust side.
This one here had the 24 valve, and
no, the one I'm talking about are the single cam ones.
This one here was Like I said, a 24 valve, and I mean, like I said, I, I'd borrow the truck, actually buy his truck brand spanking new, and take it out and just light the tires up on that baby because it's a truck. It's light rear ended, it'll light them up no problem, you know. With a little teeny Ford Ranger, that thing rode and drove like a car, not like
Yeah.
my SUV. My SUV, you can feel the bumps in it. Matter of fact, I get to get up early in the morning and take it for state inspection.
I'm sorry. Did your township do emissions too?
Yeah, we were forced into it.
I know some townships don't have emissions.
Mercer County got mission law because they went down to the final days of Sharon Steel running down in one of their hottest parking lot right below the stacks and did emission testing.
Hmm. Yeah, they're not.
So,
Of course, they're going to do it there. I mean, they're not going to.
but they shut down. The Sharon Steel shut down like what was it, like 6 months later?
Yeah, but they'll never do away with emissions tests.
No, it's a revenue maker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like our inspections. The state inspections, all that really is a revenue maker because we're getting cars from over Ohio that should not be on the road, really. You know?
Dude, Ohio is literally like across the river from me. Believe
Oh.
me.
Well, it's same here. I got a river right. I live on kind of up top of a hill. There's a river and there's another hill. Right on along the top of the hill is the Ohio line.
No, seriously, I can go stand on the sidewalk beside the house and see Ohio.
Hmm. Same here.
I'm about 5-10 minutes from Wheeling, and about
Okay.
another couple minutes from Ohio. like literally, the Ohio River is like maybe half a mile away from me. Maybe that's in a straight line.
Well, you know the Allegheny River.
Yeah, it feeds
It
in the
runs right. It runs right through Sharon, which basically it runs right along the Ohio line in this section of Pennsylvania. You know.
How far are you from Pittsburgh?
Oh, well, it depends on if I go speed limit about 45 minutes.
You want to see something interesting this year?
Mm.
July 4th through the what?
Oh, it's not one of
July.
those furry conventions, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, jeez.
No, seriously, just go ride by downtown Pittsburgh, the Westin Hotel.
Okay.
Have your GoPro running. Let me know when you're doing it. I'll give you my contact information. I'll meet you out there. What?
If I do, I'll get a hold of you. How's that sound? Oh. I know in June I'm going to be pretty busy with.
You'll get a kick out of it. Everyone will get a kick out of your bike.
Well, it's only a KLR.
They don't care. It's a motorcycle. Let's put it that way. There was a guy last year. I have video. I think I uploaded it. Across at the bar across the street, this dude pulls up on this. I think it was a Victory. It might have been a Harley. He had the stereo system. Well, they had him rocking the stereo on his bike, and they just kept buying him beers.
Get too drunk to ride.
Next thing you know, the party was outside the bar on the street. I think I uploaded that. I can't remember. It's been too long. It was about 2 years ago. If I didn't upload it, I need to find the video and upload it.
If you weren't so far south, I'd bet you. Uh, Suburban Rider will be up. Should be at the clubhouse. Oh, what day
Well,
is that?
you said you're 40 minutes from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, north.
That's about what I am south.
Hmm. You're quite a way south.
No, I didn't upload it. I need to find that video and upload it. Oh, where is that? I hope it's on my external drive.
And actually, I'm planning on hoping that everything works out. I'm hoping to go down to Virginia next summer.
Oh yeah.
And the only way to really get down there right will be to go through West Virginia for me. That's going to be a fun ride.
What part of Virginia are you going to?
Oh, I believe it's Richmond.
Actually, unless you're wanting to avoid highway, actually, the best way would be take 70 to
Yeah.
Philly, and then go south from there. Take was it like 270? I
Well,
think
see,
it's 270.
I'm going to try to get around Maryland. I don't want to touch Maryland.
I went to Centerville, Virginia, quite a few years ago for a buddy's camping trip, and I thought I'd be cute and cut cross country through Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
just because I didn't want to go through Maryland either. After I went past the third Civil War battlegrounds and sat in traffic because they was doing a reenactment that day,
You said for a while.
I pulled into the nearest gas station. Said, "Do you have a map?" When was this? Oh, it had to be like 2006 when GPS were still like thousands of fucking dollars. And I said, "Do you need a map?" And the guy looked at me, looked out at the car, and he see my plates. He goes, "Boy, where are you going?" I said, "Centerville, Virginia," and he looked at me and goes, "Keep going that way, and you'll pick up 68." So, okay.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I have a CCW, and if I cannot go into any state but West Virginia to get out of Pennsylvania and still use my CCW
What's a CCW?
and still carry weapon.
Oh, okay.
Thank you to West Virginia for honoring Pennsylvania's permits.
Maryland won't?
Nope. So they don't. They don't like guns. Period.
Well, like I said, if you take 70 into Philly and then drop south, you won't touch Maryland. Because it basically, from that point when you're going south, it drops you in DC, drops you around DC.
I mean, I used to live in Germantown, Maryland, and I used to take what was it, 79 hits. I believe it was 270, and that turned into 70.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take that route all the time, and I mean that was actually an enjoyable traveling route, you know. But there's no way I'm gonna touch Maryland carrying a weapon on board my bike.
Well, depending on how far south you go, unless you ride the eastern panhandle of West Virginia to Virginia, but then
That's what that's
but
what I was planning
then
on.
but then you're still going to be riding in Maryland. You'd have to go south of it. You'd have to actually no. You'd probably have to go to Charleston, then start cutting east.
But I mean, I'll be heading down. There's I don't know if you ever heard of them, KLR 6. KL, hold on, KLR Skip 650.
I've seen this channel.
Yeah, he's the one I'm going to be heading to. And I'll be visiting Rick's hopefully. Both are good guys, you know.
I subscribe to Rick's.
Yeah, he has Junior.
Junior.
Yeah, I named his bike Junior because it looks just like the goat did before.
Because it's
Tom,
blue.
yep, Tom is exact same year and everything. Tom, without all the mods that Tom did to it. I kind of figured, unless I forget to change oil or something stupid, I can't hurt the goat any more than Tom already has. He's laid that thing down in the wintertime so many times it's unreal, you know?
Oh, yeah, but I don't think he's beat on it.
No, he has not beat on it. No. That's one thing that I will say. He did the repairs that needed to be done. And I mean, laying it down on ice, that's going to happen right in the Polar Bear Challenge, you know what I mean? You figure those bikes have skinny tires to start with, too.
Well, most do, unless you have like a even the tires on street bikes are somewhat narrow.
Well, KLR is things. It's kind of in between of a skinny dirt bike and a street bike, you know.
I know.
They're really not too wide. Well, I love mine, especially whenever I got the knobs on it. The thing just howls like crazy, and people just look at you.
I don't think I could handle that howling. Or actually, no, I probably could. I could tone it out. I had a vehicle. I had a vehicle that I drove. The one I drove clear to Virginia.
What's up?
Hey, Rick.
What's going on, man?
Not much. How's it going? You?
It's going good, man. Long time no see.
Long time.
I saw you guys were talking about me right when I clicked on.
Oh yeah. You and Junior.
Yeah. Junior's doing good. 20,000 miles now.
Not bad. What did you have on it when you got it?
What's that?
What did you have on it when you got it?
Stock. It was, 300 miles.
So you put a ton of miles on it.
Yeah. That's in just less than 2 years. Pretty excited about it.
I'll be clicking on 27,000 here soon, but I didn't put nearly as all of them on.
You didn't do what?
I didn't put nearly all of them on.
Yeah. Tom's abusive miles.
Well, I tell people I live in town. I'm not going to gain the miles like Tom did or you do. I can't ride that way, you know.
Yeah, I have to drive far to all the trails I go to and stuff. So that's why I bought the bike.
I see you're hoping to maybe go to Allegheny National Forest.
Yeah, I'm hoping to. So I'm trying to figure out time and money and all that.
I was looking up.
I'm trying to get some routes set up first before I go. I don't want to go up there and be lost and pick my way. I want to have a route planned out. So trying to get.
Well, I was up there looking. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to get on the forum, see if anybody in that area has anything posted up. I'm sure they do.
There's a couple places that are closed right now due to the rain you've been having.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only thing that's stopping me right now is the gathering the permits up. Like I wrote, yeah, you have to have permits to ride on the trails.
Oh, the ATV trails?
Yeah.
What is it, like $10 a day or $35 for a year, or something like that?
Oh, well, I'm not really too sure. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what I thought I read. I think that's for each trail though. So if you go to, like the whatever trail section here, that's $35. If you drive an hour down the road to the other one, that's another $35. It doesn't work for all of them. So that can add up quick.
Yeah.
That's pretty steep.
Yeah.
Then you got camping costs because they don't allow you to camp right in the forest. They want you to go out and get a camping lot. You know what I mean?
Really? So they don't do free dispersed camping?
Nope.
What? Because I know the national forest down here you anywhere where you see that people have camped there, it's as long as you don't trash it up and everything, it's free.
Well, see, from my understand, they did that at one point in time, and they had too much vegetation destroyed.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because
What's that?
I've actually driven through there with my car through on the blacktop, and I was like, that'd be awesome to take the goat up there.
Yeah. Did you hit any forest roads or anything?
There was several forest roads that I came across. There was ATV trails also, separate from the forest roads.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just a ton of, you name it.
Yeah, because usually national forests, I thought the camping was free, unless there's an actual campground or something like that.
They set up a campground for it, and they charge you for the night.
Wow.
Holy cow, we got popular. We got 5 viewers now.
Oh, man.
In fact, P&E.
Oh.
Why aren't they joining? Why are they watching?
Don't know. Big cat. Well, let's go down. Yeah, Chooch it back.
He's got what?
Vex says Chooch it. And Big Kev says, hi, Mike, just watching from work. Hi, Big Kev. Yeah, I was just telling Dante that I'm wanting to head on down your way next summer.
Oh, really? What, to the forest or to the mountains? Or?
I'm wanting to go out and visit Skip and figure I'll go down and see you also.
Yeah, Skip's got a nice area where he lives. Quiet, no traffic.
Yeah, but I don't want the cleanliness of his bike rubbing off on mine. I get too used to it.
I know, man. You go down there, man. Something might happen to you. You're gonna go back up to PA and start waxing your bike.
Hey, I just washed it yesterday. I'm not waxing it.
I washed mine a couple weeks ago. First time in probably a year and a half. I washed it for 2.5, 3 hours. Literally the next day, it was muddy again. I hate that.
Well, see, I washed mine. I used a UV protectant from Armor All on the front fender because it will turn powder blue if I don't.
Yeah, mine's done that.
And I just got it all done, and my wife asked me to go out and get some takeout. And I'm like, okay, I'll just jump on the bike and get it. She said, but you just washed it. I told her, that's half the fun. You wash it just to get it dirty again.
Exactly. The KLR guys take that serious, too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like their bikes clean. Skip does that, but we don't know Skip.
Hey, he's cool. He's cool. I can't say anything bad about him.
He's a good guy. We love you, Skip, if you're watching.
Just don't drink so much next time and get yourself messed up.
Oh, man. I don't think he was ever the same after that night.
Well, I felt bad for him on the ride back down from Mr. Palmer's hangout, that meetup. Okay, I know exactly where to go. I pulled off, said, go in there, there's a bathroom. Hey, I felt bad for him.
I'm not going to lie, I was beat the next day after partying with the great NT8.
He drinks.
That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea to do that the night before the meetup, though.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was in the clubhouse, sitting there just sweating, and I'm putting water in my face, and Keith just goes with me. He's like, are you all right, man? You don't look so good. I was pale.
Whenever we were at the picnic, I glanced out at you several times. You were sitting on a hill, and I'm thinking, is he going to be okay?
Yeah. I had to go to the bathroom a few times. I had the spins for a while. That Keystone Light was...
That's funny. There's a coworker of mine, his brother. Uh, he doesn't have a drinking problem. He pretty much has it figured out. He carries a 60 case on the tractor with him.
Keystone or what?
Yeah, Keystone. And he will pretty much tear through a case in a day. A 60 case. And I mean,
water.
huh?
It's just like drinking water, and then before you know it, makes you sick.
Dude, he wakes up first thing in the morning.
I've got a can of it sitting in my garage in the refrigerator.
Dude, there's another guy I used to work with. This guy, he was, again, he didn't have a drinking problem. He had it figured out. And it would be nothing. Like, I'd get to his house. We'd run down to the gas station. We'd make 2-3 trips in probably the 4 hours I was there. And he would go get 2 double deuces.
I don't know what that is, but it doesn't.
Double deuce is the 22-ounce Bud Light bottles.
Okay.
We'd call them double deuces. And he'd go get 2 of them each trip. And he'd tear through 4 of them within 4 hours. I mean,
he had it figured out.
Yeah, he had it figured out. I mean, he'd come to work, man. He would wear cologne so heavy to try to, because when you drink like that, when you sweat, you sweat alcohol. And he would wear cologne so heavy to try to mask it, but he still smelled like a brewery.
That's once you go to malt liquor, that's when you know it's over from there. I would rather drink Keystone like any day than Hurricane or anything kind of cheap malt liquor like that.
No, I don't really care for beer.
I'm not a beer drinker myself. Well, I don't drink at all anymore, but
now as far as like vodka, stuff like that, I can drink that.
Yeah, I used to drink beer, but my stomach is so messed up now, probably from drinking so much beer that...
I never acquired a taste for it.
Yeah.
I've probably drunk maybe 4 or 5 beers since I've been 21.
Yeah,
and I didn't drink underage either. I just didn't have no interest in it.
Yeah, I like rum myself.
But like mixed drinks, oh yeah, I could down some of those. And
wow.
Huh?
Before you know it, you have a few and they hit you real hard and like, wow. That's like right now. I got some Red Label Johnny Walker in the fridge right now.
I'm a bourbon man myself. Like old granddad, clean.
Like the hard liquor that I can drink is straight or mixed, but I never got into the beer. I mean, Christ, I've drunk straight moonshine.
Yeah, with beer you just start to get that full, tired, sick feeling because you have to drink so much of it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, again, if I do drink, I'll drink like 1 or 2. I don't drink to get drunk. I'll do social. I'll have 1 or 2, then I'll quit. I know I'm a real party pooper.
I'm worse than you. I don't drink beer.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Ask Rick. I mean, I might cuss like a sailor, but I don't drink.
Oh, dude, when I worked at Tri-State, we used to joke that we'd make a sailor plush. We used to joke about that, man. So some of the nicknames people had and everything else. The same guy that would just pound them down, the double deuces. His nickname was Buttlicker. And there's a story behind that too. Our
okay, just dropped down to 3. We just lost.
Are we still live?
Sorry.
We're live.
Sorry about that.
Once you go into that story, yeah, I think we'll lose all the viewers there.
I'll stop then.
Hey, I don't care. I'll still be here.
Yeah, but this is Mike's first hang. I don't want to totally flush it down the toilet for him.
Why not? Why not?
This is your first hangout, Mike?
Yeah, this is my first hosted hangout.
Oh, okay. I heard everybody was staying away from the hangouts.
For the most part, like I don't really normally do other hangouts unless it's Reed's Bud or Tom.
Yeah.
And you haven't been in any lately?
No, actually, I caught Reed's Buds right at the end, right after he went off air.
Yeah,
That was
hangouts
Saturday.
are fun, but it gets to a point when you get so many people in it, it's just, people are just, it's so much going on that you can't even get a word in.
Well,
Exactly. Then you get the immature people coming in.
Yeah.
Which really, and
We-
the only thing.
go
Go ahead, Dante.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dante.
It's yours.
And the only way to really handle that is just be
Yeah.
pardon my French, an asshole, and just kick them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, see, the one last Saturday wasn't too bad.
No. I actually watched that because like I said, I came in afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked pretty decent. I mean, it didn't get too far out of hand.
the last 45 minutes of it, I fucking browsed Craigslist and screen shared it.
I came in, Rix, and Dante was sleeping.
I was
Oh,
starting
wow.
to fall asleep.
I haven't seen that happen yet. Hangout.
Oh, if I get bored, like a lot of times when people are talking, I'll kind of sit there and just be quiet. If I get bored not paying attention, I normally go to bed around 9, 10 o'clock. And if I'm not doing nothing, I'll fucking pass out.
Hey, that dude's blocking the chat room, man. He's sleeping and it's full. I want to get in. Just get out. You're not...
Kick him out! Kick him out!
No, they kept catching me and I kept waking up. I kept waking up.
Yeah, I muted you a couple times.
That's a sign that hangout is not worth joining if you see some dude sleeping in it.
No, seriously, I get bored easy.
Yeah. And then you don't want to be like, hey man, guys, I want to go.
Well, if you want to go, feel free. My channel sucks anyway, so you can't hurt any worse. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're not. Oh no, you're keeping me engaged, so I doubt I'm gonna pass out.
Hey, if we all started out watching NTH channel, yours is fine, okay?
Actually, I think his a little bit more interesting nowadays with the metal detecting.
Oh man, this would be a good area for that.
Dude,
Mine
no,
broke.
you don't understand. If you can stand my channel, then you're fine.
I mean, I've been asked, well, why don't you add this? I mean, I'm not changing anything. This is my channel. This is my playpen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, what was it? The Hangout Saturday, I can't think of his name. The guy reads Buzz knows. He goes, hey man, I really like the bush trimming videos. I said, yeah, I got about 5 more of those I could upload too. I said I stopped at 2 because I figured that was enough.
Well, that's basically what I did with the flooding around here. I actually had a part for when I was going two-parter for going around the reservoir, and I never posted the second part because it was just so boring.
Oh, dude, hold on. I'll tell you.
Okay, Vic just posted. Get selected. Don't wash it. The mud protects the paint. LOL. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
Let's see here, videos.
They always say once you wash your bike, something happens. You know, your bolt rattle loose or something. That mud keeps it right in place.
Well, see, I joke around that I thought the KLR actually had a belt drive because whenever I cleaned it, here was a chain.
Man.
Yeah, I had, I oil it. I oil a chain, but every 400 miles around that
Yeah.
airtime. But I mean, it was just so cruddy this time. It was awful. I've been hitting a lot of dirt roads and paths
Yeah.
lately.
Okay.
Mine gets dirty quick.
You ride off road a lot.
Yeah. Try
Okay.
to at least.
Let's put this in perspective here. There's 2-part videos I put up of the bush trimming. I broke those up in about 4-minute sections. Okay. The core video of that is 19 minutes long.
Mm.
I used to upload long videos like that, but then I always try to keep the 7-minute rule.
Oh no, you don't understand. It's 19 minutes of me taking the metal blade on my weed eater and basically hacking on a bush.
I've seen part of that.
and all you hear
I'm
is
sorry.
Did you get any troll comments on that?
No, my channel's not that popular. People tried to troll me back in, what was it? 2007, I think. The people tried to troll me then. I just delete their comment and block their ass. I don't even feed them.
See, Keith should have hit your channel. He's a good troll.
Who's that?
I'll just block them. That's all.
No. He's harmless.
NV Dog 1? Is that who you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about Keith. Buckeye Boys.
Oh, yeah. They're the
He always
ultimate
has
troll.
He's a funny troll.
Well, no, the problem is, none of my videos interest him enough to try.
He's lacking of time. I actually tried to get a hold of him earlier today because he asked me to make a video for him for the Friday show. And I told him, hey, it's up there, But normally he texts back, but today he's been busy.
No, if he tries, I'll just delete his comment. That's all.
Like I
I
said,
ain't gonna piss of it.
he is so funny. It's unreal. It's not normally anything harmful. He normally goes off track, like I like eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, whatever.
It's so stupid.
But I did notice the last 2 videos I uploaded, the one got 75 views, which really blows my mind. And I'm really surprised that my second failed hangout got 81 views for some reason.
They probably thought it was a porn or something.
I don't know. I made it private because I felt bad. Because I was like, 81 views? It's me standing there staring at the screen for like 45 minutes of it. I'm like, really? 81 views? Is that what I'm doing wrong? But no, and then the update vlog, it got 75 views, and then the one that really I thought would get more was the autism awareness ride. That only got 38 views.
I tell you, Rick's did that last video of his, the 2-camera video. I actually think that actually came out pretty decent.
Yeah, it did. I actually was surprised because I remember when Skip posted some videos when he was using it. It didn't look very good, so I don't know if it was the video editor he was using or what. But yeah, What's that?
Skip's videos seem to be small on the like it's framed. You know what I mean?
I think he's doing that. I think he's putting the black border around it. Maybe the resolution is better that way.
No. It's a setting. I dealt with it. It depends on the camera because I fought with this for a while. What happens depending on I don't know I use Windows Movie Maker because I'm not really hardcore in editing right now. And if you don't set it for if you set it for, you gotta set it for a standard instead of portrait.
Yeah.
If you set it for portrait, it automatically crops it like that.
Yeah.
Or if your camera settings, if you try to run it at perfect example, a lot of the videos I do with my phone, And I tried to do. I recorded one in 2K just to see what it looked like. Well, when you do the conversion, it letterboxes it because the file it's 2K video, but it's at like 30 frames a second. And
Okay.
when you convert the core file, I think it's because Windows Movie Maker, it doesn't know how to handle it, so it letterboxes it.
Wow. Yeah, I think Skip might be doing the setting though, around the video, the border or whatever it is. But his new camera looks pretty good, the Ion 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I like his videos. They've really improved.
Yeah. Well, the GoPro White's junk, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I got the best of all GoPros. I got the GoPro Hero 2.
Yeah, I would love to get my hands on one of those.
I mean, they're so expensive nowadays.
The what?
You know,
The what is?
The Hero 2s.
These are they're expensive nowadays.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Oh.
you know, I'm gonna buy. I don't know if you guys have cruised eBay lately, but they're starting to flood the Chinese knockoffs,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pick up one just for shits and giggles, and see if it'll actually do any good. And if it turns out being absolute crap, I'll do a video of me basically destroying it. And what I'll do is I'll title it GoPro Hero 3 Black Plus, just because it looks just like a GoPro. And I'll title it that way, and I'll basically take a sledgehammer to it on video.
That's going to be your breakthrough video. That's going to be the video.
You know, people's like, wait, he's doing that to a $300 camera?
I believe what they like called Vivitars or something like that.
No. You go to eBay, you look up Action Cam, and they don't even have a name. They just call them like a full HD.
It's just a Chinese molded camera with cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It uses the same mounting bracket, the same waterproof case, and I've seen one model that actually can use the Cena backpack.
Okay.
That actually has the thing to work and locking because it still has the micro USB port. I've seen one, and I'm going to pick one of those up. I think it's like $80.
Yeah, I've seen the ones that the Vivitars locally. They are like $40-50. My father-in-law actually picked one up, and believe it or not, the video on that thing is really close to what I'm getting out of my Hero 2.
Well, the one girl, what was her name? It was Jet, and she changed it or whatever. That's what she uses a Vivitar.
And the only thing really sucks is they don't have an external mic jack.
So what does she do? Record into her phone or some recording device, and then
she has like a little solid state recorder.
Oh yeah, okay.
But no, this is here. I'll put a link in the group chat of this.
I mean, I've actually thought about picking up one as a second camera, like Rick's is doing, to view backwards or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I just need something that works. I'm not one of these people that needs something that's has all the features in it. I just need something simple that's going to work. You know.
There you go. No,
I have so many problems with the Hero 3. The Hero 3 is such a hassle for me all the time.
Yeah, no, that's the $105 one. It actually comes with 2 batteries.
Wow, it looks exactly like it.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those, and I'm going to actually try it. If it's absolute garbage, I'm just going to destroy it on camera.
I mean, I'm sure it's not that bad. I mean, I'm sure it works.
I know, but it'll be funny. Like I said, if it's real bad, I'm going to make people cry.
Hold on a second.
So it does 720p at 30 frames per second. So basically, it's just like all
It's
the
a Hero
features
2.
Yeah. Hell, I'll buy it if it works.
Well, no, that's what I said. I'm gonna pick one out. and I'm going to try it just for shits and giggles, see what it does. And because that's going to be the cheapest way right now for me to actually try to do something, use something a little bit better than my phone. Even though my phone, the camera on it's probably light years ahead of it.
Yeah.
But okay, Mike.
Huh?
What the hell is Mike doing?
Playing with
He's trying
screen.
to
Is it screenshot mode or something?
Yeah.
screen share.
Hey, this is my first time I was playing with it.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually pretty interesting. That price, for me, if it is any good,
Well,
it'd be an
no,
option.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm definitely going to be picking one up here pretty soon. And
Let us know.
keep an eye on the channel. 'Cause
Definitely will.
like right here's one. It's $85, which is pretty much the same thing. It just depends on where you friggin' buy it from. Right there.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm just waiting for my Hero 2 to die. You know.
Yeah. See, the interesting thing about this is like you see the micro USB port on the side. The only thing that's different, and I could probably modify that to where I could make this backpack fit, the Bluetooth backpack
Yeah.
that everyone's starting to get now. I could probably make that work.
I'll never get one of those.
Well, I'm a tech nerd, so
Because I mean, with me, the way I have my microphone set up, I mean, it's just taped on the back of my helmet, and it goes right along my Scale Rider anyway. It really doesn't take up any extra room. It doesn't hurt anything. You know what I mean?
see, we'll do a screen share here. Yeah, I'm gonna get the pink one.
Get the pink one. Get the pink one.
I'll get the pink one. I'll make NT8 go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, we should mail that to NTA.
Oh, dude, he would rock that. He would rock that.
And then get the white one and put the black stripes on it.
And then this one right here actually comes with a little remote for $90.
What? To be honest with you, I found remotes get to be a pain in the butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
I mean, I have mine, and I do use it. I use it whenever I'm in town, whenever I'm constantly shutting it on and off. But other than that, I just don't even use it. Because the remote in the backpack for the Hero 2 will go dead wet about halfway through the actual camera life, yeah?
yeah. Here's the Emerson one. It's like the Vivitar.
Is Contour back in business now?
I don't know.
Thought I heard something about that. That one's only $25.
Yeah, it's Emerson.
What about that one? Right, go up real quick if you don't mind.
We're at this one.
Yeah.
59.
I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, you should be able to swivel it to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your angle.
Oh, I know. This is one of those ones where that cap covers all your ports. There's no.
Oh, so basically you can't use it for a microphone unless you take the cap
No.
off.
Yeah, but that'd be
Yeah,
okay for you, Rex. You never ride in the rain.
Yeah, right.
See what that would be? You know what you could use that for? You could put that on like a rear view, something you're not going to put sound to.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or like Rick did. I mean, you use the sound off of your helmet cam, you know.
I mean, as far as like right here, that clip right there looks like a GoPro clip, so it would fit all the GoPro mounts.
That wouldn't be bad to just have something recording all the time, you know, just for safety purposes and all that.
Yeah, mount to the front fender.
I know G9 said he does that. Every time he rides, he just turns his camera on.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the leader of the Polar Bear Challenge. Yeah, I know him.
Oh, that guy, right?
Yeah,
I
that
think
wheelbarrow never did go out on him.
I think he rides like one of those little scooter things.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, one of those mopeds.
He
I heard he's
teamed
getting a Vespa soon.
he teamed up with that guy that his bike could never run in the wintertime.
Yeah, well, that's the whole reason they teamed up. You know, they needed somebody with a reliable bike.
One guy makes an oil slick, the other one gets go miles.
Well, you guys are talking about the remotes for the cameras. This is the remote for my phone.
Mm.
Wow,
Damn, is that small?
that's
It's
high
my
tech.
it's my watch, man.
I've seen those. There's no way I'd spend the money for them.
This was a cheap one.
Really?
This was like I think it was like 150 I paid for it. It's a Sony smartwatch.
My
What?
watch is very expensive. I paid a whole $15 for this.
Hey, no, listen. I had two Casios way back. Oh shit, when I was still in school. I had what was called an Edifice, which was like a $75 watch. Because it was an atomic watch, it would set itself. You didn't have to set it. And then I had what was called a Wave Scepter.
I had the Wave Scepter.
Yeah, I still have it. The battery is still good in that thing.
My battery died twice on me. The last time it worked properly, I was in an airplane and it was taken off, and that thing went nuts until he died.
Well, I mean, as far as the only reason why I don't wear the Wave Scepter anymore because I wore it to work one time and I scratched the hell out of the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is actually Gorilla Glass.
Nice.
That's nice.
So
I actually have a G-Shock
That
now.
white Wave Scepter, I found it at Walmart the one year, and they charged me like around $20 for it, and it was brand spanking new, still in its case.
yeah,
Hey.
You know where I bought mine? Sears. You know how much I paid for mine? You don't want to know.
Well, I looked it up, and it was a pretty penny.
Mine
Yeah,
came from Sears.
I got my G-Shock was 140. I got it for 55 after all the discounts.
That's
Yeah.
actually a damn good price.
I don't know.
They didn't know what it was.
They probably
didn't know what it was.
they probably run it up as a cheaper model Casio or whatever.
They didn't have an instruction manual with it, so I brought it home, looked it up online, got the instruction manual, set it, and it worked for quite a few years really well.
Oh yeah, mine still works. Like I said, the only reason I quit wearing it was the crystal got scratched real bad, and that and one of the links in the band was starting to come undone.
How do you send a link to this website, this Hangout?
What do you mean? Who you send it to? Who you try to send it to?
Oh, John,
Go up to the top of your browser where the address is.
just take the whole thing?
Highlight it, copy it, and then go to the chat box. Right click and paste.
There we go. He should be coming up soon. I'm going to have to knock this off here. I'm going to let it go on for another about half an hour before I close this up anyway. We're having fun and everything. It's just I got to get up early in the morning.
Not a problem.
What do you gotta get up early for?
I have to get my SUV ready for state inspection, and that's going to be a bear. Laugh it up, laugh it up.
Hey, I had to get mine inspected. I had to get my. In fact, I got two cars inspected last month. The one I was driving to replace because I didn't know if I was going to find another car in time, and then the one I'm driving now.
What state do you live in?
West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
I'm that crazy subscriber of yours.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your videos. I haven't been on I just got on the tube a couple weeks ago after a long time. So.
Yeah, as I said, I'm that crazy subscriber of yours that
Yeah,
has all
I was
the
waiting
weird
for you to
videos.
come back, Rick.
What's that, Mike?
I was waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, I wasn't gone for good. I'm sure everybody thought. That's usually
I was
what
wondering
happens.
what happened.
What's that?
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, bunch of stuff, man. Life.
Oh, believe me, I know about stuff happening, man.
It's all good now.
Yeah, he lives in West Virginia.
Hey, West Virginia's got some nice riding.
Oh,
What part?
Northern Panhandle.
Oh, okay.
I'm about 3 hours from Charleston. I'm about 45 minutes to an hour from Pittsburgh. I'm about
Are you
3 hours
in
from
Wheeling?
Columbus.
Wheeling area?
Yeah. You get to Wheeling, you're
Pretty
not
much
far.
Wheeling's not really West Virginia.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't get it.
I know what you're meaning.
It's
We're
not
all.
like the rest of West Virginia, if you know what I mean.
I know it. We're all northerner. Christ, all I gotta do is go 3 hours in my own state, and I think I'm in another fucking world.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I remember the first time I went to Charleston. Some guys I knew online. We went down to one of the big arcades down there. They have a little go-kart track inside, and this one girl walks up to me, and I was playing Pump It Up pretty hard at the time, and I was playing the game, and it's just one of those games down there people don't really touch. And this girl walks up to me. She's like, "Boy, where are you from?" I looked at her, I said, "Did you seriously just ask me that question? And did you seriously just talk like that?"
Wow. Yeah, West
I
Virginia's
said,
hey,
crazy.
John.
yeah,
Hey everyone.
I said, "I'm from West
Yeah.
Virginia." She goes, "What part?" I said, "About 3 hours north." She goes, "Oh, you're one of them northern people."
Oh, you're from Pennsylvania, aren't you?
Me? No.
No, I'm just going along with it.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
wrong
yeah,
with
yeah. Yeah,
Pennsylvania?
she's like, "Oh, you're one of the northern people." I said, "Northern people? Christ, I need a passport for my own state."
It's crazy the stereotypes of states, but you know those areas that really aren't the way you think.
No.
Hell, man, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Savannah and Atlanta, and even their accents ain't that thick.
No, not Atlanta really.
I said, I've been to Savannah and Atlanta.
I would think it's more thicker in Savannah than Atlanta.
Not really.
Boy, everything just died, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
I
your
had a
fault.
blue box pop up saying my microphone's not working. So I don't know whether it is or not.
It's working.
It's working.
I can hear you fine.
Computer says it's not though.
It's wrong.
Must
Tell,
be
tell,
Windows 8.
tell the computer is drunk. Go home is drunk.
We ain't had any beer tonight, so I know it's not that.
Was it saying your mic's on mute, or it's saying it's not connected at all?
It's saying it's not found a mic at all.
Wow. We'll call that a
It's one of
Google.
them.
We'll call that a Google problem.
I think it's a Windows problem.
Yeah, that too.
I love Windows. Just like I love our president.
I can feel the sarcasm.
No, there's no sarcasm there, just in case somebody from the runner president sees this. There's no sarcasm.
Oh, what the hell with them? Don't scare me.
I think the whole blogging community as a whole, I bet 1% swings that way, if that.
Now I don't have a president anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Ken. Thanks for joining.
Where's NT8 tonight?
I threw out a invitation, but he just never came. He's probably out there checking for finding that rare penny out in his lawn.
He's out metal detecting, huh?
More than likely, either that or he's looking for more beer cans.
Or cleaning up the oil.
Yeah. Hey, do you know Barbie's a great bike for summertime?
Yeah, for summertime.
You guys are so mean.
It's all it's only meant for certain conditions, right?
Yeah, I
It
mean,
won't go rusty on the outside though. It's just the inside that rusts.
that's exactly it. Within 2 years too. Maybe they should have undercoated the inside of the engine or something, you know?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's what I never understood. The dealerships told me, it's not meant for the conditions he's riding in, but you watch the videos of people riding them and they're going through creek crossings and all this crazy stuff. But
Exactly. And if you think about it, if a scooter can handle it, if a Harley Davidson can handle it, a KLR can handle it, why can't a BMW? You know what I mean?
oh yeah, Crazy D, that's
Yeah.
saying a Harley. Come on,
He's insane.
yeah, that guy's nuts. Kudos to him.
I love watching his videos because you just never know what's going to happen to him.
And I'm gonna try this year when the PBC starts to get 3 rides in. Just to qualify.
That I did that for my first year and I failed. My second year I did really well. For me I did really well. I got like 80 miles in. Last year I did like 120, 130 miles I put in,
Not bad.
which for me was really good. Compared to NT8 and all them guys, it was poor, you know. But it's meant for a challenge for yourself, not as a
Yeah.
group. You know?
It's a personal challenge.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a treadmill like the Buckeye boys and sit the front wheel on that. Make it look like I'm riding down the street with a green screen.
Wait until I go down there next time. I'm going to get it on video. They actually do have a green screen. That'll be proof.
It's not hard to tell they got a green screen when they do that Terry's Pizza. That's
Exactly.
it's easy.
I'm going to get in there and say, "Aha, we caught them." Lying, cheating.
Now
Probably,
you
they
just
probably
need
just
to
have
find the treadmill where they pop the front wheel on it so it clocks the miles up.
they just probably have a hard drive full of PDC videos ready to just for
Yeah,
whatever.
they just mix them up from year to year. That way nobody realizes what's going on.
Just record the mileage at night when it's dark.
Actually, all you gotta do is jack the bike up, put I don't know, like a little motor on the wheel just to spin it.
Some bikes will actually roll. Some bikes will actually roll in first. Mine's done it on the stand. It'll just roll in first without stalling out or whatever. So they're
But
probably
it depends on if it takes miles off the back wheel or the front wheel.
yeah, the KLR is in front.
Yeah. I mean, I might rag on Keith about his little Rebel, but for what that guy put that Rebel through, it's amazing it runs.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
a Honda.
yeah.
Come on.
He beats the tar out of that thing. It might as well be a dual sport.
Yeah. Did he have the
It just
knobbies on
keeps
it?
on going.
Did he have the knobbies this winter on it, or
He had knobbies in the front. He couldn't find any for the back.
I thought he had them on the back in the summer when we were over there.
Nope, he couldn't find one fit.
Someone had dual knobbies on the Rebel though. Was that Keith or John?
Keith, I don't think John ever put his knobbies on.
I thought someone had them on the rear over the summer, last summer when we were there. I could be wrong.
I thought Keith had knobbies on the back.
No, he told me that he never could find a set for it. Don't just find the front.
And you know,
No.
another thing is the way he rides that thing on the highway, 85 miles an hour consistently. It's incredible how that thing is.
He's got that.
What's that?
He's got that geared differently than John does.
Yeah. Because I remember even on my KLR, I was like, man, I can't keep up with this little Rebel on the highway. You know, at 70, 75, I'm done. I don't want to go any faster.
That's because you have the 15-tooth sprocket.
Yeah, I have the 16 now.
You do pretty well on the highways now. You lose off road.
Yeah, I mean, I can still do off-road, but definitely not as fun.
Yeah, I've never had the 15-tooth on the goat, so I don't know what it's like, you know.
It's nice. I'm definitely going to put mine back on before I do something off-road again.
I've thought about picking up a 15-tooth whenever I order new sprockets and chains for the goat. Go 15 and a 16, same time, so I can swap them out.
Since you're only around town, the 15 would be nice.
Well, see, I do a lot of freeway riding going over to the clubhouse.
So maybe the summertime, keep the 16 on.
Yep. Maybe swap it over like fall. That way, through the Polar Bear Challenge, I'm running the 15.
Yeah, I don't know about going to the 14 though.
That would really. I don't know. That would definitely make a motor scream when they were trying to get up to speed.
There would be no first gear after that.
Mm-mm.
Because there's barely any with the 15.
I'll tell you, I'll never forget the one ride I had. I think it was in December. It was cold outside. It was clear as day, so I jumped on the bike, ran up to the store. By the time I got out of the store, it was a blizzard. You couldn't see 5 feet in front of you.
Was that the one that it was nighttime and you were in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. Because that was way out of your comfort zone, too, wasn't it?
Way out. I'm like, holy cow. But you know what? The goat did well.
Yeah, it did. The KLRs do well.
I mean, you could put down the KLR that doesn't have ABS or fuel injection. If you really don't need it, it doesn't really matter, you know?
See, that's the thing with me. I've always had carbureted bikes, so what I don't know doesn't hurt me pretty much.
Well, see, I kind of see it this way, too. You and I, if we have a breakdown alongside the road, we could normally just slap something together to get us home.
Right.
Fuel injections will give you a little more problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Anthony.
Well, it's all computer-based, so.
I mean, I had that discussion just, I think it was today or yesterday with Jose. And I wasn't one to put his bike down or anything, but it's like, you know, I was a diesel mechanic, and I was trained in fuel injection. I know how they work, you know?
Yeah. What does Jose have now?
A Versus.
Oh, yeah. There goes his trail riding.
Well, he wanted to change so he wasn't trail riding anymore. He wanted to do more the hardtop riding.
He still has his KLR.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's up for sale, he said.
He's too busy using it as a propaganda machine.
Propaganda machine. Good one.
Jeez.
You'll have to excuse me if I get winded. I'm on a damned electric, what do you call these, stationary bicycle thingies.
Like,
No,
put a motor on it like you're doing it.
Yeah, except it's working in reverse. It's taking life out of me.
So how's Junior treating you?
It's great. I'm actually about to do the valves this weekend, spark plug, rear brake pads. Gonna try to get the jet kit if I can too.
See, I've never had the jet kit done to the goat. Neither did Tom. It runs pretty decent the way it is, you know.
Yeah. That's just kind of an added thing. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet or not. Because I got to get a front tire, so that's probably going to get in the way of getting the jet kit. So.
You need a Shinko.
What's that?
You need a Shinko front tire.
That's what I have a Shinko 700 right now.
700.
Yeah, I have a 700 on the front. I almost got 11,000 miles out of it.
That's not bad.
So that sounds bad?
No, it's not bad.
Oh, no, not at all.
So I have the 244 on the front of the goat.
The
And
404?
The 244.
Oh, okay.
The actual 50/50 model, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, knobby tires, you're not going to get mileage out of them anyway.
Nah.
But it's averaging about right compared to the T63 I have in the back, though. The T63 is pretty close to the end of its life.
Hell, I only got 3,000 out of my T63.
Let me think. I've got a little over 4,000 on that one.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
but
was doing something wrong.
I don't think he does as much highway riding as you do.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Highway eats up the tires.
I mean, I don't do... My highway riding is 60 and under, but that'll still eat it up pretty fast.
I ride hard top all the time almost, and whenever I go on the highway, it's whatever the speed limit is, and maybe add a little. You know.
I rarely go on the interstate.
Oh man, I had a lady today on the way home. There was a semi trying to pass a semi going uphill. Well, he dropped back to get over while I went to pass, and this lady, she got right up on my ass. I mean, so close that if I would have left the gas, she probably would have hit me.
Mm.
And I was thinking about just brake checking her because there's no need to be that close. But anyway, I sped up, and of course she sped right up with me till I got past the semi. And I got over, and it was like she just went, "Put the floor," and I was like, okay, I want to see how fast she's pulling. So I went ahead and pedaled down, and I got up to about 80, and she was still climbing, and she was still pulling. I'm like, really, lady? Doing 80 to 65, and you're still pulling?
There's really no need for that.
No, there's not. And it's just one of those things, like, you know, where's there a cop when you want one?
That never happens.
I mean, I've taken the goat up once. I'm not going to say how fast, but it was above 85.
Well, no, unless there's video proof, they really can't come after you for it.
And it got to the point with the KLR, it was how many miles per quart of oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got to prove where you was when you did it.
Well, I mean, it's like I say, it got to the point where it was how many miles per quart of oil I was using. I mean, that
Mine
thing
doesn't really burn much oil.
I was just joking.
I know. I'm just saying they got to be able to prove where you was when you did it. That's one of those interesting little laws about traffic citations.
I mean, if I creep the tachometer from 5K up closer to 6K, she'll start burning oil.
That means the piston rings are fried.
That's actually normal for KLR.
Yeah.
Mine
normally,
doesn't see above 5,000 RPMs ever, really, so.
Like I said, I tried it once. Keith and I were messing around, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. I'm getting off of it because I don't need to go this fast, you know?
You know, one car I had was my little sports car, and a couple days after I got it, it spun a main bearing, so I had to do an engine rebuild. So I never really got to open it up, and so I drove it through the break-in time, and the night I was heading home from work, it was like 3 a.m. No one on the road, deserted highway. And I looked down at the odometer and I said, "Okay, I drove the break-in." I said, "Okay, now or never. Let's see what she's got." So I was in fifth. I went down to third and stood on it, and went fourth, fifth. I got to 145, and I ran out of pedal.
When I was younger, I was pulled over my old Mercury Monarch, and then I got pulled over. The police officer came up and asked me, "Do you know how fast you were going, son?" And I said, "No, my car stopped. My speedometer stops at 120."
We'll see. The speedometer in mine went to 150. It ran out of pedal at 145, and stuff flies by pretty quick at night at 145. All I know was I went blowing past something that was alongside the road, and for as long as I had that car after that, every time I went that road, every time a cop car seen something that resembled that, right on my ass till I get off the highway.
Oh,
Which leads me to believe that that car I went flying by was a cop car at 3 in the morning.
that's like Rex was saying about Keith, him flying on that little Rebel. He'll fly like that with two up.
Yeah. I thought that was crazy.
You know, like I said, that's like I tell people. When I get my bike, I don't think I'm gonna be one of those ones that wants to see how fast I can go, because I've already been pretty quick in a car. Been pretty quick.
I didn't get my bike for that.
No.
I would have definitely not have bought a KLR for that.
Well, like I said, I mean, whatever I end up having to get, that's gonna be the same way. But like I said, I pretty much already get that out of my system.
Like I said, I wanted to see what the goat would do that one time, and that was enough for me. I mean, if like I said, normally I go the speed limit, maybe a little bit over. I'm talking about maybe 4 or 5 miles over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you go whatever the tolerance is.
Yeah, stock KLR's not going much over 100 flat.
No. And it starts shaking and rattling.
I
Yeah.
don't think I ever took mine over 80, 85.
They're not designed for that.
I like mine right at 60, 65, cruising down the road.
Well, I had a little ZX3 Focus. It was an '01. The car was 2 years old when I got it, and I went ahead and seen what it would do, because the speedometer in it went to some stupid mile per hour. I think it read like 120. I got to about 110 and got scared. That car is too little to go that fast.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm the happiest riding whenever I'm just cruising down the highway. Like you said, 65, my feet up on the highway pegs and just cruising.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know you had highway pegs on the goat.
I have them.
But that's nice.
The only thing was I wasn't able to use them on the trip whenever I first got the goat because Tom had this ridiculously large tool tube in the front. I mean, that thing stuck out a good 4 inches on both sides, so you couldn't use the highway pegs.
Damn.
Well, he was using that as his highway pegs.
Yeah, but I lost the cap on that before I even left his Council Bluff. He said, "I've had that thing for 4 years and never lost one. You had it for 5 minutes and it's gone."
You know what you tell him? Say, dude, that's skill.
Oh. Tell you what, we had some fun on that trip. That trip was awesome.
Is that when you got the bike the first time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I watched all those videos. That looked awesome.
I mean, there's a lot of video that I couldn't post because we were going through some high tension wires underneath them, and my camera was screwing up from it.
Wow.
The feedback from the wires.
I mean, we went right by a stack of nuclear power plant, and all my video went on that.
Oh man, did it make a weird noise on you, or did it black out?
It just blacked out.
Oh, you got to post that.
I'm like,
What's that?
he said I should have I gotta post that, but I don't have the videos not.
Be cool to show it where it was working and then went out.
Actually, I believe Tom has some of that. I should get it off of him.
Man, I don't even know if I should be talking to you guys. I sold my KLR.
That's
Oh
okay.
man,
That's okay. I don't have one either.
this isn't a
KLR.
KLR only thing.
No, this is just us hanging out, having fun.
I think I betrayed Muzzle Mike.
Actually, my first bike was a KZ 750.
Oh, yeah, oddly enough, I still have my first bike. It's a Yamaha DT100, if you remember those things, back from 1975.
Oh god, there's one of those on Craigslist right now.
Really?
My KZ,
How much do they want for it?
Oh, I had to go dig it up again. I
That'd be
think
good,
it's
'cause I'm thinking of getting it restored for selling.
I think it's in rough shape.
Now, mine looks in pretty good shape. Some of the chrome is corroded, but I can take care of that. I just hope that none of the parts got lost.
Yeah, but I think the ones listed there's in rough shape.
my first bike, I'm looking for another engine for it. It's sitting in the garage. I mean, it's a nice in-town cruiser, but it only gets 34 miles to a gallon.
Jesus.
Only?
Yeah, the goat gets at least 50.
Oh, yeah, easily.
I usually always get 48 for some reason on mine.
Because you're too hard in the throttle.
It's because you
much
guys never
wind
went
drag
to
off-
sixth gear.
Too much wind drag off that high windscreen you got.
The best I've gotten was 57.
No, it's the dual sport helmet.
Oh, well, just don't turn your head sideways with one of those.
I think I'm averaging about 50 on the V-Star.
V-Stars actually, they're known to get pretty decent fuel mileage from what I hear.
Yeah. It's roughly around 50 I'm getting, I think.
How does Tom keep from having his head snapped off with all the gadgets on his helmet?
He has a neck brace.
Of course he does.
I just thought he had a weightlifter's neck.
No, he has a neck brace. It snaps onto his armor.
So that's how he does it.
Yeah, it takes him I think about 4 hours to get ready for a 2-hour ride. Oh no, a 2-minute ride.
I
Man,
thought he
he
didn't take the
sleeps-
clothes off.
He sleeps in his gear. What are you talking about?
That's right. He sleeps in his gear. He's always ready.
Okay. But somebody's got to help him get up.
I'll never forget the
wait.
video of him in the shower or in the bathtub washing his gear off.
Yeah, with all that oil from the oil. I'll tell you though, if he wasn't such a good guy, I wouldn't be razzing on him though.
Yeah, good old Tom.
I'm hoping he comes out next couple years out east here.
Is he doing
He's the
anything?
most famous guy I know.
Is he still going to the BMW meetup?
I don't know. He hasn't really said much on that.
I'm beginning to wonder if they banned him. If he turns up, they're going to pull the BMW badge off Bob.
I should have brought my reading
Actually,
glasses.
that would probably be funny.
Are you going to try to make it up to the Ohio, Rick?
Well, I have Hatfield McCoy that I'm doing with a bunch of people July 11th weekend. So I'm trying to figure out when you guys are going up there in July. So because the place in West Virginia is only 2 hours away from the clubhouse. So.
Well, we're trying to push it from kind of have like middle, maybe towards end. You know what I mean?
You said the middle or end of July?
Yeah. I mean, we could probably fit it in.
Yeah, because what I would like to
Keith.
do is, when I'm done with doing the West Virginia trail ride or whatever, just shooting up to the clubhouse when I'm done with that.
Okay.
And that would probably be the 13th or 14th of July, something like that.
Let me bring up the calendar real quick. I think it's the 19th.
Mike, thanks for the invite, but I'm going to have to drop out.
No problem, Anthony. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I am at the end of my breath.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Take care.
You bet. We'll talk to you guys later. It was nice meeting you.
I'm thinking.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, take it easy.
I think we were. I'm pretty sure it was like the weekend of the 19th that we were thinking about holding it.
Yeah, that would work because I'm doing the Hatfield McCoy July 10th through the 15th.
And if I'm not mistaken, Skip is planning on is going to try to come up.
Yeah, so July 10th to the 5th. Yeah, so I could come up. That would work because the 19th that's next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure some people will get there earlier than the 19th, right?
Well,
because
see,
earlier.
I'll be trying. I'll more than likely be coming on the 18th. If you do show up, there's. I understand the clubhouse is kind of buggered up right now, but I mean, you'll be camping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
But
there's a lot to see on the way, so I can get lost on the way anyway through West Virginia easily.
Well, you have my phone number.
Do I? Yeah, I do.
You have my phone number. If you want to, you can just get a hold of me, and I can kind of play middleman with John and Keith. That's not a problem.
Sounds good. Yeah,
I have the key. I have the key to the clubhouse, and I also have the remote to the garage.
Nice.
So either way.
I mean, even if worse comes to worse, I can go back home and then head back out. I don't care. I just like to ride, man. I don't mind. But I definitely want to get back up there.
Okay. I know next summer, I'm going to try my best to get down your way.
That'd be good. Yeah, I'm trying to get cross country soon, and I just trying to figure out how much fuel is going to be and all that. How much time I'm going to need.
I know from Chicago to here, I burned up, what was it, like it wasn't even $100 worth of gas.
Yeah, you got to figure what, if you're on the highway, you can get, 250 miles until you need to fill up out of the...
Close to that.
Yeah, so that's what, $13 to $15, depending on how much the gas is.
I was taking the byways. I wasn't actually on the interstates or anything. I was on the slower roads.
Yeah.
That's why I got my ticket.
You said you got a ticket?
Yeah, I got a ticket. 65 and then 55.
Did NTA get a ticket?
No. He wasn't with me.
Okay.
Because we split up at Chuck's house in Chicago, and I rode with the Buckeye boys until just out on this side of Chicago, and we split up. Because they were going to take the southern route, and I was going to take the northern route to get home. And I was just almost out of Indiana, and a motorcycle cop pulled me over.
Oh man, a motorcycle cop. Wow.
Yeah. Needless to say, I wasn't happy to pay that fine.
How much they charge you?
175.
Wow, that's a lot.
Damn. My 83, I picked up in a 55 for 195.
Well, see, the speedometer cable was coming loose out of the speedometer, so I really didn't know how fast I was going. So I sped up to over a hill to get behind some cars. I figured, well, it'll be safe to tail them until I hit the next town. Well, the cop caught me speeding up to get behind the car. Nailed me right there. He said, "You're going 65 to 55." I said, "Okay, whatever. Give it
How
to me."
ironic is that? Get pulled over on a motorcycle by another motorcycle.
Yeah.
I know my KLR speedometer is off by at least 3 miles per hour.
On the high end, the goat is off by 4. I run my GPS with it, and it's off by 4. Now, if I get down around below 30, it's dead on.
I always like how the speedometer goes from the front wheel too, so if you mess with the sprockets and whatnot.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll be changing my front caliper here before fall. Getting ready for the PBC.
The whole caliper?
Yeah.
The whole. Is that the one that was freezing up on you last year?
Yeah, and actually, doing the PBC, what it was is the lubricant that I was using would stiffen up. It would stick on me.
Oh, wow.
Because it really should be taken off and just thrown away and replaced because it's so corroded.
See, the problem I had under 15, 18 degrees, something like that, was my clutch would freeze up on me.
Okay.
So I would have to take a freaking blow dryer to the clutch and loosen it up. Then as I was riding down the road, it would happen again. You know, because you're sitting there cruising, it gets so cold it freezes up on you.
That's almost as bad as a BMW.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't say that, no.
Oh, shit.
KLR for BMW.
You use synthetic in that?
The
now I
BMW is
do.
oil heated. You just
Yeah.
fix it everywhere.
What's that?
The BMW is oil heated for the winter time.
Yeah.
You just can't keep it in the bag.
Keep your feet warm, though.
That's how Tom does it.
Yep. So I didn't catch what you said. Rick. Did you use synthetic in that?
Yeah, I actually just went to synthetic.
See, Tom broke this in with synthetic, and that's all he's ever put in, and that's all I put in it.
I'm actually part synthetic right now, and then I'm gonna go over to full.
You're in the transition phase.
Yeah, because people say, oh, you can just go to full synthetic, but I always heard it's good to work your way into it.
I've always done that, even with my cars. I figured there's a break-in period that way.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing with V-Star next oil change.
Part synthetic?
Yeah. And then next one I'm going full synthetic on it.
Now, Mike, how long do you run full synthetic until you change? How long do you go? How many miles?
Well, I'm actually due to change now, and I'm just coming up to 3,000 on it.
Oh, okay.
I was changing.
Because with conventional.
I was changing every 1,000 miles.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with conventional, every 1,000 to 2,000.
Yeah, and then I switched over to. I was told by Tom that you can run up to 3,000. It won't hurt one bit. So I went ahead and did on this one.
Well, definitely with synthetic, you can go that long.
Mhm.
Most of them advertise 5,000 miles.
That's not in a KLR. I mean, KLR really works its will.
Anyway, I'm going off to bed.
Okay, see you, Dante.
Yep, later.
All right, man.
Thanks for
Take care,
coming.
Dante.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, man.
Yep.
Oh. Well, I just looked at the time. I'm only, almost 30 minutes past what I intended to shut off at?
Oh man,
Time is flying tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you calling it a night, Mike?
I think I am. I'm just sitting here thinking what time I gotta get up and everything. I better.
all
Or I'm
right.
gonna
Well,
be. I'll be sleeping and driving my SUV.
no, we don't want that.
Nope. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it again sometime.
I'm planning next Monday.
Sounds good.
Make it a Monday thing.
All right.
Take
All right,
care,
guys.
everyone.
Ride safe.
Definitely. All both you two back again.
All right.